First up is Pep Guardiola, and specifically in that treble-winning season with City. 22/23 Manchester City weren't just champions. They were the best in Europe and maybe even the world, winning the treble with a tactical evolution. Out of possession, City set up in a 4-3-3. But with the ball, they morphed into a 3-2-4-1. John Stones would step into midfield alongside Rodri, creating an extra layer of control and freedom for the attacking four ahead. This shape became unstoppable in the business end of the season, and was how City dismantled Real Madrid in the Champions League, and how they surged past Arsenal in the Premier League race. Pep and his players mastered game control. Defenders calmly putting a foot on the ball to slow things down, forced the opposition to break their shape. And that's when City would pounce. In the end, it wasn't just Haaland's goals, it was Guardiola's system, patience, and tactical genius that made City treble winners. Pep Guardiola also managed Barcelona, where he won the treble with one of the greatest teams in history, lifting 14 trophies in just 4 years. He then took charge of Bayern Munich, adding 7 more trophies in 3 seasons, including 3 straight league titles. Next up is Sir Alex Ferguson, and that 1999 treble-winning season with Manchester United. They were the first English team to win the treble, so how did they do it? And it wasn't just tactics, it was a perfect storm. Ferguson used a fearless 4-4-2, with Giggs and Beckham flying down the wings, whipping crosses into York and Cole, a strike partnership defenders dreaded. In midfield, Roy Keane was the warrior, Paul Scholes the brains, and behind them, fullbacks like Gary Neville and Dennis Irwin bombed forward to keep the pressure relentless. Ferguson's genius? Rotation. 4 strikers, endless options. Sheringham and Solskjaer weren't just subs. They were match winners, as Bayern Munich found out in stoppage time at the Nou Camp. This team lived on comebacks, thrived on chaos, and never believed a game was lost. Fitness, mentality, and width, the hallmarks of Ferguson's greatest side. The '99 treble wasn't just history, it was destiny. Before Manchester United, Sir Alex Ferguson broke the Glasgow Giants with Aberdeen, even beating Real Madrid in a European final. At United, he ruled for 26 years, winning 13 Premier League titles, 2 Champions Leagues, and 38 trophies in total. Now it's Jose Mourinho, and we're going back to 2004 when he turned Porto into Europe's most feared underdog. Not with stars, but with tactics. His system was built on compact defense and ruthless counters. In the final, Jose set up in a 4-3-1-2. At the back stood Ricardo Carvalho and Jorge Costa, who formed a brick wall, while fullbacks like Paulo Ferreira tucked in to keep the shape tight. In midfield, Costinha was the shield, Maniche the engine, and Deco the magician pulling the strings. Porto didn't want the ball, they wanted mistakes. Win it back, break at lightning speed, and punish teams before they could recover. Set pieces? Deadly. Game management? Ruthless. They knocked out Manchester United, where Jose performed that Old Trafford celebration. They strangled Deportivo in the semis and crushed Monaco 3-0 in the final. This wasn't luck. It was tactical perfection. And the birth of the special one. After conquering Europe with Porto, Chelsea came calling. At Chelsea, he built a ruthless dynasty. Back-to-back Premier League titles, record-breaking defense conceding just 15 goals in the league, and that trademark arrogance. At Inter, he stunned the world again, winning the treble in 2010, outsmarting Guardiola's Barcelona along the way. Then came Real Madrid, where he broke Barcelona's dominance with 100 La Liga points. Later spells at Chelsea, United, Spurs, and Roma brought highs and lows. But love him or hate him, Mourinho's story is one of brilliance, controversy, and unforgettable moments. Next up is Jurgen Klopp and the 2019/20 season. Liverpool finally lifted the Premier League after 30 years. But it wasn't just history, it was tactical perfection from Jurgen Klopp. His system was a high-pressing 4-3-3 designed to suffocate opponents. The fullbacks, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson, acted almost like playmakers, delivering crosses and stretching the pitch. In midfield, Henderson, Wijnaldum, and Fabinho worked tirelessly, pressing, recycling, and covering space. Up front, Salah, Mané, and Firmino formed the deadliest trio in Europe. Firmino dropping deep to link play, Salah and Mané cutting inside like strikers. Behind them all, Virgil van Dijk and Alisson turned defense into an unbreakable wall. The result? 99 points, 32 wins, and a title wrapped up with 7 games to spare. Before Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp made his name in Germany. At Mainz, he took a small club with no history in the top flight and led them to their first ever Bundesliga promotion. Then came Borussia Dortmund, where Klopp's heavy metal football exploded onto the world stage. Pressing, intensity, and fearless attacks. He broke Bayern's dominance, won back-to-back Bundesliga titles, reached a Champions League final, and proved he could build giants from underdogs. By the time Liverpool called in 2015, Klopp was already a revolution waiting to happen. Finally, it's Carlo Ancelotti, and when he was with Real Madrid in 2013/14. He switched from a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-3-3, unlocking Angel Di Maria as a relentless box-to-box runner, while Modric and Xabi Alonso gave balance and control. Up front, the BBC, Bale, Benzema, and Cristiano terrified defenses. Benzema linked play, Ronaldo drifted central as the goal machine, and Bale stretched the pitch with raw pace. Madrid defended compact, often in a mid-block, then killed teams on the counter. Alonso and Modric could find Ronaldo or Bale in space within seconds, while Marcelo's overlaps added unpredictability. And when set pieces came, Ramos and Pepe were lethal. Ramos's stoppage time header in Lisbon proved it. This mix of discipline, devastating counters, and Galactico firepower delivered La Decima and cemented Ancelotti as the master of Champions League nights. Carlo Ancelotti isn't just Real Madrid's man. His legacy stretches across Europe. At AC Milan, he built a dynasty, winning 2 Champions Leagues and sculpting a legendary midfield of Pirlo, Seedorf, and Kaká. At Chelsea, he delivered a historic Premier League and FA Cup double with record-breaking goals. He lifted titles with PSG in France and with Bayern Munich in Germany. Even at Everton, he showed his tactical calm. Wherever he's gone, Ancelotti has adapted, won, and proved himself the master of European football. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this.